A personalized opener. Let's be honest, we all have zero attention span right now. So you're going to need to attract someone's attention quite quickly. And honestly, with a lot of automated messages, you can smell them a mile off. Maybe it's because I'm used to it, but I certainly can. So something that's more personalized, I think will already get their attention. So if you're doing it on LinkedIn, which is obviously such a great resource for this, there's so much information about a person, almost in a creepy way. You can see what they post about, you can see their accolades, where they went to school, what their recent job was. And again, just pick something that also actually resonates with you. Was it a recent post that you thought was great or super interesting? Just bring that in a little bit. Or maybe you even, I don't know, went to the same school or you're from the same place. There'll 100% be something that you can pull from their profile. And as Mandy alluded to, that could then also be the piece in the small talk. Do your prep, have a look at this person. Also, side note, we're all fairly simple human beings. Flattery can get you quite far. So once you've flattered them a bit or made them think that actually you are properly paying attention to them, you need to have a little hook about actually who you are and why the hell they should care. Why should they keep reading? So the hook could actually take on kind of many forms, but ideally you want to hit them quite quickly, potentially even with a stat. So do you have a stat, especially if you're in the services industry, of how happy you've made a former client? Have you helped them with X of revenue or reduce their carbon by X? Secondly, could you chuck out a bit of a kind of scary stat? Or there's the other side where you can focus on the benefits of working with you. Do you save the equivalent or weight of a whale in plastic bottles by using your product over something else? And then the third kind of stat, which I think is really helpful, especially if it's B2B2C, is consumer trends. So there's a lot, again, in the sustainability space, as an example, out there about consumer kind of spending and actually the preference for products, services that are more aligned to the planet.
I will add that Chat GPT or AI or whatever you use is surprisingly good at creating hooks. Or if you have a conversation with it and ask for some stats and where they got the source from, and if you just have a conversation with AI, if you're stuck on this hook part, because it can be a little bit difficult to get started if you've never done it before, you'd be surprised at the results.